Well, hi there. So today I thought of doing something new. If you have had the glorious misfortune of knowing me, you probably have read me more than you have heard from me. I probably might have forced you to read me. That is the better articulation. But if you have known me in person, chances are you haven't heard the end of me. Or you have heard too much from me. Jokes apart, today happens to be World Theatre Day. And I have had a rather tumultuous relationship with theatre. From being enthralled by it to not being able to stand the sight of it to learning to accept uh, differences. It has been a journey. It has been a journey to say the least. It has been a journey and a half, I'd say. So today I thought of sharing something with you. Look, an English major is going to recite, say, Shakespeare. Surprise, surprise. I know, right? Bear with me, please. I'll be sharing this soliloquy from Richard III, the opening soliloquy by Gloucester. It's famously known as Winter of All Discontent. Why did I choose it? Because I have had a very uncomfortable relationship with my body and my being. And as I try every day, every minute of my existence to improve relationship of myself with myself, these lines take on new meaning. And I thought of sharing the lines that mean so much to me with you. Here it goes. And before I start, I would like to apologize if my voice sounds a little too corny, a little too theater-ish, if you will. I apologize for that. Let me take a quick swig of water before I start. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the son of York. All the clouds that lurred upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarums changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war had smoothed his wrinkled front, and now, instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I that am rudely stamped, and want love's majesty to strut before a wanton ambling nymph, I that am kirtled of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world, scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I halt by them. Why, I, in this weak piping time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time, unless to spy my shadow in the sun, and descant on my own deformity. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover, to entertain these fair, well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain. Yes, and hate the idle pleasures of these days. You know, plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, by drunken prophecies, libels, and dreams, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate against the other. And if King Edward be as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day should Clarence closely Bermuda about a prophecy which says that G of Edward's heirs, the murderer, shall be. Oh, hang on a minute. Dive thoughts come down to my soul. I'm sorry, I have to end this. Someone's coming. Here, Clarence comes. Bye bye.